Oh, hello there, Vintage Beef. Oh, no, Vintage Beef is trying to kill me. The war is on. No, this is bad. This is really bad. Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is ReNDoG coming at you in another episode of Modern Minecraft from the FoolCraft 2 server. And here we are today, guys, kicking off this episode inside of a giant cave network. I'm currently on the hunt for some resources, because today we've got some important tasks to achieve. Hello there, zombie. I don't think I'm going to risk coming over to you. I need your head, though. Could you just throw it over to me? Would that be all right? Probably not. Let's see if we can find another zombie around here. I'm also on the hunt for some bats. I'm on the hunt for some chickens. I'm on the hunt for some squids. Because today, my friends, we are going to be trying to fly. Last episode, we went to the nether to capture some ghasts. It went pretty good. Managed to get myself 3 captured ghasts for Team Serious. Today, well, I was hoping that Stress Monster would make our wings for us, but she's been freaking lazy. She hasn't made any wings for a good time with Scar or for me. She's made wings for herself, though. So I hope you're enjoying flying around there, Stress Monster, you little cutie. Jeez. So today, guys, I'm going to be taking it on the task of getting some flying for Good Times and Scar and myself. And to do that, we need a whole bunch of stuff. Let me just clear out this cave over here so that I could get a little bit of peace. And yeah, I died right here about 10 minutes ago or so. I have been making myself a whole bunch of golden lassos. I've been struggling with it, though, because, well, to make golden lassos, you need string and gold nuggets, but you also need 8 XP. And for a very long time, I didn't know why I couldn't make the golden frickin' lassos, and it's because I needed some XP. False Symmetry let me know exactly what I needed to do, so thanks, Falsey. Oh, man, Falsey always looking after the ReNDoG. But yeah, we are down here because I want to make for myself an angel ring today, guys. In fact, I want to make 2, one for me and one for Scar. And to make an angel ring, we need a captured bat in a golden lasso. We also need a captured squid in a golden lasso. And we also need a captured chicken in a golden lasso. And we're going to need 2 of each so that we can make 2 angel rings today. I also want to be doing something else with you guys today. I want to start working on improving our food situation for Team Serious. The Ren juice is going pretty good. Team Serious loves a bit of Ren juice, but gotta be honest with you guys, the saturation on the juice isn't great, and I want to see if we can perhaps today find a better source of food for Team Serious. Good Times with Scar has put together an Iskallium reactor of awesomeness. We've got a bunch of power coming into the base now, and that means we can actually start working on a little bit of a better food farm today. And we're going to be ramming a cow into a spawning unit to generate a ridiculous amount of steak. And to do that, I need some zombie heads. So a lot of random resources to be gathered today, guys, and it's going to be loads of fun, man. I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time down here, try and get myself a few bats. I think that's where we should start, right? I need to make myself a couple more golden lassos over here, though. So let's start with that, shall we? Now, a bunch of you guys have been shouting at me in the comments saying, Ren, why do you still have such janky items? Why did you make some awesome Tinker's Construct items? Guys, we don't need awesome Tinker's Construct items right now. We are focused on much more important things. But I promise you, as soon as I can, I shall be making some better items for us. We'll probably do it in the next episode. I'm going to need a little bit more XP to make 1 more golden lasso over here. And, yeah, then we can start capturing some freaking bats in there. Oh, hello there, Vintage Beef. Oh, no, Vintage Beef is trying to kill me. The war is on. No, this is bad. This is really bad. Vintage Beef, leave me alone, dude. What are you up to over here? Oh, jeez. No, you idiots. Why have you done this? No. This is just cruelty to dogs. Oh my goodness. Hunted down by exuberant beef. That is just foul. Absolutely foul. You freaking butts. Dang it. There goes my XP too. Gentlemen, I'm minding my own business, trying to catch some bats, and you just come and kill me. What is the meaning of this?
You almost got away. We were about ready to give up.
Dang it.
In fact, we were actually walking away to log out away from your base, and I just happened to see your name like towards where we were moving.
Beef, you know, I thought better of you, man. I thought you were a good person.
I'm a terrible human being. What are you talking about?
You're absolutely horrible, and you're also ugly. And your beard is terrible. I hate it. Hello, you idiots.
It's not working for me either. False, you want to give it a try?
Yep.
We got your statue now, Ren, and your head.
No! No!
A magnificent statue
Like a little
and beautiful
voodoo doll.
face, by the way.
You
By
foul
the way,
beasts.
I think I can hear the squeaking of a bat.
Don't rub it in,
Pretty
Exuma.
sure. No, I'm not joking.
Don't rub
Ren,
it in, man.
let me help you get a bat. Here's a pretty good way, I reckon. Right, go down to the bottom of the world.
And then vein mine all the things.
Yeah, because now you got bedrock at the bottom. Mobs can't spawn on that, and now you got loads of dark roof area. So the
That's a
bats
good
should
idea.
spawn down here.
There you go.
That's quite
See?
genius. Thanks, X. I need to
It's
find
our gift from
my corpse
us.
first, though.
Did you not find it?
No, you've got it. It's all
No,
on
you've
you.
got
man.
it.
Oh,
You
I got it
shifted,
already.
it's all
Oh,
on you.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also broke my helmet, so thanks for that. And
Sorry.
yeah, you've broken my ego, and
The ego's the worst part.
yeah,
But hey, you'll probably get a bat a little bit quicker now, right?
I feel violated.
As you should.
Do I have a bucket of lava?
You're not gonna try anything sneaky, are ya? We're all wearing obsidian armor.
You can give it a go. There you go. I'll help you out a little bit. Here I am.
False. Listen, your face. What's going on with your
This
face?
is what I usually look like. What are you on about?
We're wearing disguises, man.
I
You
see.
can never say it was us. It's just some guy in a gas mask, you know.
Some guy- Oh, I'm gonna have to go outside for a walk now. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for being a good sport.
I
Kind
will
of. He
have
did
my
call us- he did call
revenge.
me ugly and stuff.
And Beef, you will be first to go.
Oh, great. Bring
I'm-
it. I'm so not ready for war.
All I have is an iron pickaxe, but I will have my revenge. Well, here we are, back in the safety of the Team Serious cave, but it looks like the violations are continuing, Cyberdogs. Take a look at this, man. We got a couple of baby Iskalls up in the business. I don't know what's going on here, but this worries me somewhat. Anyway, I've got everything in my inventory right now to make ourselves a couple of angel rings. One for me, one for Scar, and that means all of us in Team Serious are going to be able to fly. And let's get right to it. We're going to go down to the very first recipe of the angel ring, which is the chicken in a golden lasso. Let's get that into the crafting table. It's put the wrong one in there, though, so let's get a chicken in there. Boom, baby. We'll make that one. Next up, we got to make the squid one, I think it is. Ring of the Flying Squid, which is very strange. I don't know what a squid has to do with flying. I understand the chicken, right? The chicken's got wings, and the bat's got wings, but why the frickin' squid? I don't know, man. Modded Minecraft for you, right? Or FoolCraft for you, rather. The last one that we need to make over here is the angel ring itself. And, of course, we need that cursed lasso with the ghast in it. And we've got them over here. So let's get those ghast lassos up in our inventory that we got previous episode. And let's make this last final angel ring. What do we need? Oh, we need some glass. That's the last little bit of recipe stuff that we need. So let's just get ourselves a little bit of glass from the sorting system over there. And let's make for ourselves an angel ring, baby. Oh, we need gold too. Jeez, okay, I thought I had everything ready to make these angel rings, but apparently not. Luckily, we got 8 gold ingots right there. So, let's make ourselves the freaking angel ring. That is not... Oh, it's put the squid one in there instead of the bat one in there. Very nice. We made ourselves our first angel ring. I'm going to make Scar one too. But let's get this thing installed. I think we got to put it into the baubles somewhere, or I think we just have to have it in our inventory. Let's have a look. Can we fly? Yes, we can fly. Look at this. Oh, this is epic, dudes. Look at this. We can fly around now. Oh, man. That is awesome. That is going to help us take FoolCraft 2 to the next freaking level. We're going to be able to do so much stuff with flight. Now, it's very important, though, guys, if you guys are doing this yourselves, to know that we need grid power to fly. And for grid power, you need water mills. And to make water mills, well, it's a little bit of a process. You need a whole bunch of this weird stuff. It's actually not too difficult to make, though. It just takes a little bit of work to do. Just need some redstone and stuff like that. And it's also important to know that each player on your team needs their own water mills. So at the moment, I actually, these were Stress Monster's water mills. I just broke them and placed them down again. So Stress won't have any grid power now when she logs on. But today I'll make myself a couple of water mills. And I'll probably make a couple more water mills for Scar also, so that he can make his own wings. And I'm kind of worried that the angel ring itself might be player specific. So it might be better for us to set up a little chest over here for Scar. And just to put everything in there that he needs to make his own angel ring. And I'll let him know on, oops, that's cute, but it's wrong. I will let him know on Discord that everything that he needs is going to be in a little chest for him over here, and I'll put his water mills and stuff in there too, and then he can make everything that he needs. So there's the ghast and all the captured beasts that he needs, and these are all the materials that he needs also to make his own angel ring. So yeah, very awesome. I'm very happy about this, though. We can fly now, which is fantastic. This means we can move on to the next part of today's episode after a very hectic morning of FoolCraft so far, guys. Now it's going to be a little bit of time spent just doing a little bit of crafting. Now take a look at this. In Scar's previous episode, he made this giant thing over here. This is an Iskallium reactor, and this creates a bunch of power without the use of resources. That stuff in the middle, that is Iskallium that you mine out from the center of the earth. There's Iskallium blocks that you can find when you are doing some mining, and we found a bunch of this in our strip mine, our speed mine at Bedrock. And you can make yourself an Iskallium reactor. I don't know how much this is actually generating right now. Oh, hello, chicken. You're not supposed to be... Oh, you're in this net over here. Actually, I could probably let you go because I want a cow. I don't want a chicken. So you go on your way. I'll let you live. Anyway, this Iskallium generator generates a bunch of power. I don't know how much power it's generating right now. I think it's probably making about 256 EUs or whatever power it makes. More than enough power that we're going to need today to make ourselves a little bit of a steak factory. Let's do a little bit of flying, see if we can find ourselves a cow. We just need one cow for this, and we're going to be able to generate infinite steakages if I get the design right. The first thing that I need to do, though, is find a freaking cow, and the sun's going down, so this should be fun. All right, got myself a bovine, and he is going to be used to generate infinite steak for Team Serious. Take a look at this, guys. We are going to be making something called a powered spawner from Ender.io, and basically what we're going to be doing is ramming the cow into this spawner, and then we're going to be spawning a bunch of cows and turning them into steak. To make this powered spawner, though, we need some heads, which is why I was collecting them earlier. I've got a couple of heads here already, so that's really good. And what else do we need for this? We need electrical steel, which is going to be easy to make, and we need a Z-Logic controller, which is made out of all of this stuff. Another head is required, of course, in a slice and splice, and I think Stress has actually set us up with a slice and splice over here, so that's going to work out really good. All we need now is some electrical steel, and this is a good opportunity for me to show you guys how many resources our fluid cow farm has actually generated. Are you guys ready for this? Look at this. The chest is completely full with blocks of amazing blocks, which is absolutely amazing. And maybe today, if we still have time, we'll find a way to get all of this stuff back into the sorting system. But I'm going to pick up myself a stack of electrical steel blocks, which is basically everything that we're going to need to make this little thing. Let's get back in here and see if we can actually start creating some of this stuff. Let's get into this. Now, what we're going to need is some vibrant crystals, which is made out of vibrant alloy nuggets. And guess what? I should have picked those up from the Fluid Cow factory at the same time, because we've got a bunch of these too, right? We've got a cow making some of this stuff, which is here. A full stack of vibrant alloy blocks. Very, very good. That is an absolutely OP farm, man. Absolutely insane. So that should be everything that we need right now. All I need to do now is make the Z-Logic controller. We need some Solarium for that. Do we have any Solarium in our thing right now? No, we don't. But I think that we make Solarium from smelting down... Let's have a look at the recipe over here. I think think it's smelting down soul sand. Oh, there we go. Gold and soul sand in an alloy furnace over here. So let's pick ourselves up a little bit of soul sand, a little bit of gold. We've got it in our inventory already, although I think that needs to be for Scar, right? All right, guys, let me get all of this stuff made, and then we can start working on ramming a bovine into a spawner, baby. Okay, so that should be everything that we need. Let's start off by making the Z-Logic controller, the nice easy thing here in the slice and splice. We need some redstone, some silicone, a head of some kind, and some solarium. There we go. That should start working away. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of time to make, so that's all good. What else do we need to make for this thing? Okay, the vibrant crystal thingy, which is just vibrant alloy nuggets around an emerald, and we can turn these vibrant alloy ingots into vibrant alloy nuggets. Very nice, and that should be pretty easy to make. We just need to make a couple of these, right? So let's make 2 of those bad boys, if it'll let me. There we go. Okay, so 2 of those. Has the slice and splice done doing its business? Okay, that's good. Slice and splice is done. Let's have a look at the recipe over here. Oh, we need to make a machine chassis, which is made out of all of this jazz, including a basic capacitor, which is pretty easy to make, I think. Let's just have a look. Yeah, that's just made out of very, very basic materials. So let's make ourselves a little bit of a spawner here, but we got to make that machine chassis first. So there we go. Make that, and then let's make this bad boy. Okay, powered spawner. Nice. That is looking real good. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to stick this cow into the spawner. And to do that, we're going to be using this thing called a soul binder. And what we need over here is a soul vial. Let's have a look if we've got any in here. I don't think we do. Oh, we do. There we go. Okay, so we need a soul vial, which I think is pretty easy to make. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, just some glass and some solarium. Let's pick up one of these soul vials. And what we're going to do is we are going to put this bovine into the soul vial. There we go. Okay, so we've got the cow in the soul vial. Now what we're going to do is use our soul binder to ram the cow into the spawner, right? But before we do that, we've got to get ourselves a broken spawner. Now, I think there is one in the system. Yeah, there's a broken spawner here, but that's an Enderman spawner, so we don't want to use that because that's already been set there. So we're going to have to try and go find ourselves a spawner of some kind and then break it. Well, it turns out finding a spawner isn't as easy as all that. Even if you have flying cyber diggity dogs, I had to go and get myself my obsidian armor back because it's been a little bit of a treacherous hunt for this spawner. But I just found this zombie spawner over here, not too far away from base, about 1,000 blocks or so away from our base. But yeah, this is exactly what we need right here. Anything decent in here? Nothing of interest, whatever. This is what I'm after. So we're going to just break this spawner and get that into our inventory right there. That's all we need is a broken spawner. It's a zombie spawner. We don't really care about that. And what we can do now is turn this zombie spawner into a bovine spawner. Okay, so next step, after you got yourself a broken spawner, we want to stick the spawner into the soul binder with the soul vial with whatever you want to put into the spawner. And basically what this is going to do is it is going to insert the cow or whatever mob you want into the spawner, and then the spawner is going to become that thing. Now what we need to do is give this a little bit of XP to start working. There we go. And this should start cranking away. Look at that, man. That is absolutely terrifying. Oh man, that sound. That's going to slowly but surely make for ourselves a bovine spawner. The next thing that we're going to need, the final thing that we're going to need over here is an anvil. So let's get ourselves some good old-fashioned iron ingot action. Wow, we are kind of short on iron right here. Oh, here we go. This is where all the iron is, getting smelted down by these alloy smelters over here. Let's make for ourselves a good old-fashioned vanilla anvil, and we're going to be using that as soon as that soul binder is finished. So let's just plonk this down somewhere over here. Nice. Let's start getting ourselves ready to build ourselves this thing. We're going to need some energy conduits. So conduit, do we have any energy conduits? Yeah, we got some energy conduits. Nice. And probably some item conduits too. We don't have any of those, but we've got everything that we need to make those. So that should be fine. Let's just make ourselves some item conduits over here while that thing cranks away. Making such a disgusting noise. We should have everything in here. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, the last thing that I guess that we want to do is make for ourselves somewhere to store all of these delicious steak. And I suppose for now we can make ourselves a little colossal chest outside. We're going to be making this farm directly outside at the Iskallium reactor over there. This thing's still cranking away. It's going to take a little bit of a while to go, so I'll get back with you once this is done. Come on, Soulbinder, you can do it. There we go. Beautiful. Now this broken spawner has got a cow inside of it, guys. Last step. We need to head over to this anvil, and we need to stick our powered spawner in here and stick the cow spawner in there, and that's going to cost us 16 XP. And to make that, we just have to freaking left click on it, baby. Powered spawner making cows. Beautiful. Now, let's see if we can set ourselves up an infinite steak making facility over here with these few items. I'm going to come all the way out here to the Iskallium reactor that Good Times with Scar set up. I guess we have to clear away a little bit of tree action over here, and I kind of want to make... Ooh, hang on, I wasn't using Vein Miner over there, my bad. Let's just get rid of this tree nice and easy. And yes, we're using our fist because we're terrible at this game and we haven't made any good items yet. We'll do it next episode, okay? Jeez. Now, this is the spot, I think, where I want to make this little cow spawning facility. We probably could do it up here, where all these cows are, but then I'm going to have to get rid of all of that jazz, which is a little bit annoying. I suppose it won't take too long. How many animal nets do I have in my belly right now? Let me get these cows into an animal net, and I reckon that's a good spot up there to make our little cow farm. Okay, that looks pretty good for a starter bovine killing platform of doom and destruction. Now, I've had a look underneath the Iskallium reactor over here, guys, and it looks like we have got a power cable running directly into the Team Serious cave. In fact, it goes directly into a bunch of capacitor banks over here that Stress Monster's set up, which is fantastic. That means we're going to be able to very easily get a little bit of power for our bovine factory by, I guess, digging a little bit down. Let's go down like a few blocks like this, I suppose. This is probably going to go straight into the cave. Yeah, that goes straight into the cave. So let's sort of go along the top of the cave over here. We want to try and make this look at least a little bit good. We're probably going to be moving pretty soon from this particular base. We're going to go and start our beautiful underwater base at some point. But for now, you know, let's try and make everything look a little bit decent. It doesn't have to look absolutely terrible, you know. Anyway, there we go. So now what we can do is start running a little bit of power from up here into this cable over here, or even directly into these capacitor banks, actually. That's probably going to be a better idea. Why don't we run it directly into the capacitor bank? And that way, it's going to be nice and neat, and that way we're going to be getting power directly from the source, baby. So let's get some energy conduits over here, and we can start plugging in our powered spawner that we've just made over here, right? So let's start pulling some cables in this direction. Oh, jeez. So we're going to be pulling this energy conduit all the way up to the top of this platform so that we can start powering our cow spawner. But here's what I'm thinking, guys. Maybe what we need to do also is pull an item conduit too, so that we can deliver the stakes directly into the Team Serious base. So I'm going to start laying down a couple of item conduits here too. And of course, as these conduits connect to each other, which is pretty cool, we can run both of them in the same block, right? Look how cool that is. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so this cable over here is going to be powering the spawner, and this cable, or the item conduit, is going to be collecting the steak. So now we got to try get this set up so that we can get the spawner powered, and all of the steak that we generate out of this little system can be collected. And we're going to be doing that using something called a vacuum chest. And a vacuum chest is pretty awesome. Take a look at this, guys. Pretty easy to make. All we need is some iron, a trap chest, and a pulsating crystal, which is pulsating iron nuggets around a diamond. And if you've never seen a vacuum chest before, oh man, you're about to have your minds blown. It's absolutely awesome. So I've been trying to figure out exactly how we're going to store all of these delicious steak, guys, and I've got an idea. I've shifted all of the fluid cows into this chamber over here, and I'm going to turn this area of our cave into the storage facility for all of those steaks that we're going to be generating upstairs. We've got this item conduit running down into the cave. That's going to be collecting the steaks, and I want to collect all of those steaks in this little chamber over here. Unfortunately, I haven't made this chamber symmetrical right now, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. I'm going to make myself a little a little colossal chest, a baby colossal chest. And this colossal chest is going to store all of the steaks coming from our farm upstairs. So let's make this a 3x3 colossal chest, which should be big enough to hold all of the steaks that we want to make. And if you haven't seen a colossal chest before, well, it's pretty awesome, man. It's just made out of a colossal chest wall, colossal chest interface, and a colossal chest core. You're going to have the core in there and then the interface at some point also. And then we're going to complete the chest like that. And this thing can actually hold quite a lot of items. All of the steak that we're going to need is going to be held by this thing. Unfortunately, this is looking a little bit janky. Let's see if I can actually fix this up a little bit. Just make it look a little bit better. It's going to need some sort of a roof on top of it too, right? Get out of my way, you stupid torch. And I suppose what we'll do is turn this into the roof like this. And these are actually the wrong blocks over here. So good job, Ren. We're not really working, as I was saying a bit earlier, on making this base look really good, guys, because we're going to be moving pretty soon. Team Serious is going to be moving out of here pretty soon. So for now, as long as it's functional, all of us here in Team Serious are happy. Now, let's just add a few more of these things over here just to make it look a little bit better. And I guess what I want to do also is to get an on-off switch for this little farm also, right? So we're going to have to work that out too. But there we go. That's where we're going to be storing all of the steak. Free steak from here. Beautiful. Now, next step is to actually get this bovine farm up and running, right? So let's get back up here and let's start figuring out how we're going to do this. We be cooking with steak gas today, cyber dogs. Oh man, I've been making some pretty good progress over here over the last hour or so. Finished off Scar's chest, added some watermills for him over here, and he's got a sign to let him know that this is all he needs to make an angel ring. And I've also been working a little bit on the final storage facility over here for the steak. We've got a lever here, flick me for steakage. And if Team Serious flicks this, that redstone signal is going to go all the way up into that spawner, and it's going to start spawning those cows. And those cows are going to get murdered inside of this death chamber, which looks really cool. I like the way that it looks, man. I've also done a couple of tweaks here to the vacuum chest. Take a look at this. You can actually show the range of this thing, and I only want this vacuum chest to suck stuff up inside of this chamber. If we make that range bigger, it's going to suck stuff up around it, and it's going to cause lag and all that sort of thing. So that vacuum chest is only going to function within the death chamber itself. Very good. Now, there's one final step that we need to do to get our steak into the Team Serious bellies, and that is, of course, we need to cook that steak. We're going to be getting raw steak out of those cows, and we need to find a way, of course, to cook it into real steak. And I've got a couple more alloy smelters hanging out over there. And what we're going to do is use an alloy smelter for this, guys. This is basically like a triple furnace, right? There are 3 slots over here, and we will be able to cook the steaks inside of this alloy furnace. We're going to have to run some power into this furnace, though, but luckily, we've got this cable already set up to do that, right? This triple cable of doom, man. This is doing all the work. Redstone signals, item transferring, power transferring. Absolutely love it. Let's get some energy into this alloy smelter over here, right? And we probably want to set up like maybe a couple of alloy smelters, maybe 3 alloy smelters, just so that we can cook super fast over here, right? So I reckon let's run those cables along the top of the alloy smelters like this, and probably the energy conduit too, right? So let's get that going into the top, and then we can disconnect this connection completely. So let's disconnect this. It's the same with the redstone. Let's disconnect that. Okay, sweet. And then what we can do is start to configure all of these things over here. And these, of course, are going to be changed to insert, right? Because they're going to be receiving steak from above. Now, the last thing that we need to do, of course, is to extract all of those delicious steak down into our colossal chest. Now, I set the colossal chest up wrong. We need to have the interface section facing upwards so that we can connect it. And let me just finish off the chest like that. And we are very simply just going to run an item conduit out of the back of these alloy smelters into that colossal chest, just like that. And we're going to change this to insert, and this will be changed to extract always active. So any cooked steaks are going to get sucked out of the alloy smelters and sent directly into the colossal chest below. Very, very nice. Last thing that we need to do, of course, is to configure the vacuum chest over here to send all that cooked steak into those alloy smelters. And we're going to have to make a little bit of room in and amongst the spikes over here so that we can access this node. And that's going to be set to always active. I think there's a bunch of stuff in here right now, though, which is not good. That's going to get sent down into those freaking alloy smelters, and it's going to sort of get stuck in there, unfortunately. Let's, can this go into the alloy smelter? Yes, it can. Okay, so we can go clean that up now, and now we can seal off the death chamber. Anything that spawns in here, it's only going to be cows. So the only thing that's going to be coming out of this is some stake action if we've set everything up correctly. There's only one way to see that happening, guys, and that is, of course, to fire this bad boy up. Let's just take all of this stuff. Ooh, there's the raw beef in there already. That was from the previous killings that we did. So that does seem to be working. Now, let's flick this food lever over here. Flick for stakeage. And if it's working, we should hear a bunch of cows dying upstairs. Let's just go and watch this happen, right? Let's make sure everything is functioning correctly. That's looking pretty good. I kind of want to get rid of that range thing, though, but we'll keep it for now. And it looks like the cows are going to spawn quite slowly. We can accelerate the spawn rates, but it's going to use more power. I think for now, that's okay. Let's just wait and see. There we go. So the cows have been spawned, the steaks have been sucked up, and I forgot one thing over here, guys. Of course, we are going to be collecting leather out of this, right? And leather's not going to be able to go into these alloy smelters over here. Let's just make sure they are all cooking. Well, it's going to fill up the first one with steak, but we should see a bunch of steak happening here in the colossal chest. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. Now, do we have any more item conduits over here? No more item conduits. Now, what I want to do is deal with that leather, right? Because that leather is going to get stuck in the system. So let's just make ourselves a few more item conduits. And basically what we can do, I suppose, is get a filter installed that's going to accept leather only, right? So let's get one of those filters that we used in the move fluid factory thing. And then we can run probably another of these conduits from here, right? And that can connect into there. And then I guess what we will do, let's get ourselves a couple of raw pork chops, or raw beef steaks rather, out of the alloy smelter. Let's insert a basic item filter into here. It is only going to accept raw beef and leather, right? So now all of the leather in the system, there we go, is ending up in that colossal chest, and all of this junk can get out of here. So we're only going to be getting leather and steak from our beautiful little factory over here. The final tweak that I want to make to our cow factory, guys, is I want to improve the generation of cows in the spawner itself, and we're going to install something called a double layer capacitor into that spawner. Basically what that means is the spawner is going to consume more power, but it is going to create faster cows. Basically, it's going to spawn at a faster rate now. As you can see, wow, those cows are spawning pretty quickly now. And let's hide the range over here too. And that's awesome. So now our spawner is probably running at double speed, I guess, but it's going to be using more power. I just want to make sure that we are not consuming all of the power in the Team Serious base. So let's go check in the capacitors. No, we're not using all of the power at all, which is excellent. So we're still generating enough power to power the entire base, and we are now making an insane amount of delicious steak and freaking leather for Team Serious. Oh man, this is so epic. We got flying, we're cooking with gas, something fierce over here. I'm expecting to see a bit of cobblestone in here somewhere though, because I broke that cobblestone there. But anyway, I'll probably find that off camera. But yeah, that's looking sweet. I guess I should probably work on making this look a little bit better. It's looking a little bit jantastic right now, but yeah, that's perfect. That's all that we need for more food action here on the FoolCraft server for Team Serious. So Team Serious, it's a pleasure. You can now dine on Ren juice and steak. A match made in heaven, baby. That is a dinner for a champion. You know what I'm saying? That's going to do it for today's episode, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And yeah, how about a like for getting murdered by beef today? Please make me feel a little bit better. Thanks for watching, guys. ReNDoG signing off from the FoolCraft 2 server. We now have steak. We now have flight. Life is good. We'll smell you all in the next episode.